Hello, God bless you. Today I'm going to talk to you about how God is in the fire with us. You know, as we read the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the Bible, in Daniel 3, it talks about how they were thrown into a fiery furnace. And through that fire that they went through was because pure obedience that they did unto God. They didn't bow a knee to a statue. They weren't worried about anything else but to serve God and to bow the knee to God. You know, God will always be in the fire with us no matter what we go through. This Bible story is a truth in the Bible. That's why the Lord has His word and He has a story to tell us so that we can have faith to believe in a God that is very powerful. And, you know, as we think about things in life that we go through fire. We go through problems, we go through trials. And I'll never forget a dream and dreams that I've had. And one of them was that I was in a building. And in this glass building, it was very high, and as high as it can go and it can be, it was very tall. So as I was on that top of that building, I see this huge tsunami coming at me. And I thought, I'm going to die in this building. I just know it. I don't know how I'm going to survive, how I'm going to live out this huge tsunami coming towards this building. And this glass is going to break the glass. It's going to shatter it, and I'm going to drown, and I'm done. But I remember running and going away from just the waters and seeing the water coming. It was so scary. And I just thought, I'm going to turn my back. And I know that if I turn my back, as long as I don't see it, I'm okay. But if I'm done, I'm done. But I remember I thought, okay, it's going to happen now. And nothing happened. It didn't come through the windows. It didn't come through the building. It's like it was a shield and a protection. Like that building was like waterproof or bulletproof or whatever it was. There was something there that was shielding that building, but it was shielding. I knew that the Lord was shielding me. And God was reminding me how no matter what that tsunami represented, it could have been problems, it could have been anything in my life that would have been come havoc in my life. But God always showed me that His protection has always been there for me, has always been there for you, and will always be there for you. I know a lot of times you cry out, God, help me. Don't you hear me? Understand. I know at one point I talked about how God's love is always there. He is love, but He does love everyone. The only thing is, I will tell you, I know that I had mentioned in the past that there is a Lamb's Book of Life. Yes, there is a Lamb's Book of Life, but it's the Lamb's Book of Life of people that accept Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. You know, judgment is coming. Judgment is already set. Either when you die, will you take this last breath, or however it happens, whether the Lord comes for you and either you stay in this world or you go and you go with Him in the air. It's up to you. You make that choice. But there's a Lamb's Book of Life that God has, and your name is on it. And there's a story told about you in this lifetime that you lived here, and everything you've done good for the Lord. But if you've done bad, you will not be written in His book of life. The Lamb is our Jesus. He was a sacrificial lamb that gave His life. And so He will stand with you in the fire. But He wants to make sure when you do get your name written in the Lamb's book of life, you walk right and straight with Him. You do what He tells you to do. Jeremiah, in the book, it tells him, the Lord tells him not to look at the faces, so that he wouldn't be intimidated by faces that looked at him when he prophesied or he gave a word. Don't be so concerned about what people think about you. I know I'm always guilty of things like that sometimes, and the Lord has to deal with me and is dealing with me, but I can't worry about what people think, because then I'm not obeying the Lord. If the Lord wants me to say something or do something in Him, I have to do it. You have to be brave to accept the Lord. No more playing games with God, because God is not a God to play games with. You really don't know who he is until you see him face to face. Someday we will.